Okay, we are going to take a look at Schoology badges today. So if you're watching this recording, go ahead and sign in on the form. You can select half day, and that sign in's the bit.ly/WC sign in. Select a half day, you'll just get an hour of credit. But then for meeting name, you can call it Appy Hour Schoology Badges. And if you are tuning in for the first time, you can email me if you don't have an Schoology account already, you can email me at Ritter_K, that's RITTER_K @my.westclair.org, and I will create an account for you. And if you do already have a Schoology account, make sure that you join the Appy Hour group by going up to the Groups tab at the very top. When you're logged into Schoology, that Groups tab, and then Join, and then if you enter this H96W3-MPPG2, you can join the Appy Hour group, so you can vote on topics each week that we will cover in Appy Hour and access all of our resources in the Resources tab, including these recordings. So today we're going to talk about Schoology badges. And so what is a badge in the first place? A digital badge is like an award that you can give students to mark accomplishments. Some of them, like you see on the screen here, are like perfect attendance, good listener. You may want to do one for participation in class. Maybe you have a star student of the week that you want to give. Maybe you're going to have a reading challenge in your class, and so any student who reads 5 books in a quarter will get a certain badge to mark that achievement. Whatever it might be, they can really be about any topic. There's no one way that you can use badges. They really kind of gamify the classroom for students. And students get really into earning them. And so before I actually show you badges in Schoology, I want to point out that in our Schoology group, or in the Schoology group Appy Hour, the Schoology badges folder, I have a few different resources here for you just about badges in general. So this Teacher's Guide to Badges in Education, I think, does a really nice job pointing it out. Think about Cub Scouts and Girl Scouts. For all of their new achievements, different skills that they learn, different things that they do, they earn a different badge. And think of how hard the kids work to earn those new badges and to master that new skill. Badges in the military are given for accomplishments. Kids today play all kinds of video games. For every new round that they complete or beat, they earn a badge for that. So a handful of different resources of how you can apply that same kind of badging and earning achievement mentality. A handful of different resources in our Schoology group. I know this one says, and the Common Core, but kind of same deal applies to Ohio's new learning standards and everything. So I threw that one in there for you. So how do we get to Schoology badges? Let's just jump right in, and they're actually super easy to create. So you do have to create a badge in a course. You cannot create a badge for a group. So if you are trying to do it for let's say like a student council type group or something in Schoology, you wouldn't be able to do it there. It does have to be in an actual course. You can also build them from your resources the same way that you can build any other course material from Reese's. You can build badges and resources also. So when you're in a course, you just click courses from the top and select any one of your courses, or you can build it in resources. Then if we're in a course, we'll come down here, and on the left-hand side, you see badges. And so these are all of the badges that I have added to this course. And pretty much all of these were Schoology created badges that I added. And then this one I made myself. So let me go to a course quickly where I have not added all of these badges just yet. So there we go. Here we can see, before you add any badges, this is the screen that you'll see. It's saying that you haven't added any badges yet. So you can go through and look at all of the ones that Schoology has already created for you. You can go with any of these. If you don't like these, you can create your own. I'll show you how to do that. But let's go with problem solver. Let's say that, when I have my kids working in groups and projects, if one of them really stands out as doing a good job to solve a problem or come up with a solution for the class, I'm going to award them this badge. So I just select it and then click add, and then it adds to what looks like a grade book. And over here on the left is where all students' names would be listed. So let me hop back into that other course just because it's real names. It's easier to kind of look at that. So here's all my badges at the top. Here's all the names of my students in class. And to award any of these badges, so here's my problem solver badge. When I want to give it to any of these students, all I have to do is just check in their name and row for that badge and that student's name, and it assigns that badge to them. And my badges area will keep track of this for my students. When students are awarded badges, they will actually receive, let me pull it up on the slide here so you can see. They will receive a notification at the top, and it will also be listed on their user profile. So they don't see it in the same kind of gradebook fashion. They get a notification up here that says, hey, you've been awarded a badge from so-and-so's classroom. If they click on it, it'll take them to the badge so they can see it. And then also on their user profile, they will have a badges link under here, and they could see all of their badges in one spot from all of their classes. So that is how easy it is to add and award any of the badges. But let's say that you want to add a badge maybe for each unit, that you want to award a badge for every unit when students really excel or kind of go above and beyond with that material or whatever you're studying. So if you just come up here to add badges, you can say create new badge. Also, if you're going to create the badges from your resources area up here, you can go to this add badges and then import from resources, and then you would select it just like any other resource. So we'll say create new badge, and then you just give it a little name. So, maybe it's going to be our science guru or something of the week. And then I can add a little message to it if I want. And then I will navigate to find the image for our badge. So let's see here. So this is not the best image just because they are so small. It is best. Schoology does give you the dimensions here to resize it, 115 by 115 pixels. So it's definitely best if you have a square image, but just for the sake of moving on, I'm just going to leave this image here. You can see a little preview over here. You have a couple different options to change the shape of your badge. And then you can change the color outline as well right there. When you're finished and you've got it the way you like, just hit submit, and it will add as the first badge here. And then again, I can just go through and award it to those students. And then one of the cool things when you create your own badge, if you click this little arrow right here, you can save it to your resources so that you can share it with other teachers or just have it for later years. And then you can also copy it to all of your courses, again, just like you can any other course material. And then that way you can use that particular badge with all of your courses. One other thing that I want to point out with this little drop-down arrow in any of the badges, whether you create them yourself or you choose one of the pre-created ones from Schoology, if I click that, I can award all or revoke all, or delete the badge from my list of badges. So if this is something that the whole class is going to receive, it's a quick way to just boop, award it to everyone, and then you don't have to go through and click individually on there. But oops, I didn't mean to do that, so I can just hit revoke all. And it will take them away. It's just taking a second with everything running on my computer for the Hangout. There we go. So that is really it with creating and awarding badges. Let me just show you from the resources area if you're going to create badges there. So here I am, any collection that I choose. Then when I come to add resources, add badge. And then from here, I can create my own. You don't need to add the badges that Schoology has already created for you, any of these, because they're already there in every single course. Every teacher has access to add those badges to their course. So that's really it. I would definitely recommend going into our Schoology badge resource folder for the Appy Hour group and just kind of checking out some of those resources that are in here for you on different ways that you can use badges in the classroom. Because that'll give you some more ideas of some different types of things that you can do besides like perfect attendance. And then, of course, don't forget that after every Appy Hour, we have this little discussion board area that you can go and post about. So if you do start using badges, you can share how you're using it with your colleagues. And also, if you have any questions, you can go here and post questions about that particular tool once you go to use it. And those are linked in each folder, or when you're in the group, you can just click this little discussion area as well. And then you can go through and see. So most of them don't have anything, that's why I want to encourage you guys to go, but some of them do have some posts here. And that is really it. If you have any feedback to give, please just go to this link to give feedback on the Appy Hours. I would appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week.